What membership is 100% worth every penny you pay for it? When my ex and I had first moved to New York, we bought family memberships to the Met and the Natural History Museum during the first week. Seriously, the best decision ever. They have all kinds of year-round events and things to do that you can bring family and friends. The Met has a members-only rooftop bar and mezzanine. Members-only music events, like we watched the Philharmonic play Vivaldi's Four Seasons in the Temple of Dender. Members-only gallery viewings. Curator talks by archaeologists, and various things you could volunteer for. It was like having an in into the city. The Natural History Museum had a monthly Jazz Under the Stars night with free food, drinks and music under the planetarium. I met Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson when he was working there, and a bunch of other minor celebrities. These are not expensive memberships either. I live on an island in Alaska with limited health care. An emergency flight to a more capable hospital will cost $50,000. For $100 a year, I save $49,900 if I ever need their services. That $100 covers everyone living under my roof. There is no limit on the number of flights. And seniors pay $75. Of course, the flight isn't a guarantee. Bad weather or the donated jet needing repairs can, and does, prevent you from being flown out. About 10 years ago, I was member of the nudist resort that was near me. For giggles, I brought in my college ID. About $160 a year for 24-hour access to the resort and grounds. For me, it was my country club, pool, big hot tub, gym, sauna. By my math at the time, all I had to do was visit 5 times a year to pay for it. I was there 2 to 5 times a week, since it was a very rural area and not much to do. Going there saved me money, as anything decently worth doing was an hour or more away. Also, since it was a nudist resort, most of the people that annoyed me were not apt to bother me. Perfect privacy to detach from the world. The Great Courses. It's now under the umbrella of Wondrium, and they have a bunch of other stuff. But I look for the GC stuff. They have hundreds of courses. Each one has roughly 26-40 lectures. They're the best professors in the world, the ones that students report as their favorite teachers. My boyfriend and I always have 4 on Thursdays. A science, an art, a philosophy, or wild card, and a history. We've done classes like botany, the Analects of Confucius, the Medicis, the physics of time, early humans, and the history of food. I've got a good deal with them at $10 per month, all I can stream. Great for lifelong learners. The U.S. National Park Senior Pass. The best bargain in the nation. As a parent, the local children's science museums got more than my money's worth on bad weather days. This made me remember MoviePass, and now I am sad. YMCA. I pay $70 a month for a family of 4, and it includes use of the pool, gym, and sauna, and up to 4 hours of childcare a day. I go nearly every day and have lost 60 pounds over the last 6 months. It's also my only childcare as a stay-at-home mom, so it keeps me sane. Public library. I can't say for sure if it's worth every penny, but there have definitely been occasional times my car broke down on the road that I was glad I'm a AAA member. On a side note, back in the day, AAA triptychs were the Google Map. If you wanted to take a road trip, you could go in, tell the AAA person the trip you were planning to take, and they'd put together a personalized flippable road map for you, including highlighting expected construction and tolls, etc. Nowadays, of course, Google Maps and such does all that in real time on your phone, so the triptych is obsolete. But it was still pretty neat how they assembled them. I'm a paramedic. Please heed this information. If you live outside of a major city, hell, even if your city's hospital isn't the best, seriously consider purchasing a membership to your closest air medical helicopter company. The cost isn't outrageous and it saves you if you ever need to use it. Helicopter bills are expensive and insurance will leave you out to dry on them. It's in your best interest to inquire about purchasing memberships if they're offered. A gym membership you actually use. AAA or equivalent roadside service club in your respective country. A single tow costs more than your membership and it quickly pays for itself. Plus all the other discounts and affiliated services they offer. It is absolutely worth the money. I have a subscription for air filters for the home. It's one of those things you always forget to replace. Then when you see them at the store, you forget what size you need. With the subscription, the correct ones come in the mail every 3 months, like clockwork. Cook's Illustrated website. I pay for full access to the C recipes and America's Test Kitchen and Cook's Country. Their recipes are outstanding and definitely better than 90% of the stuff you can find for free. Grief.com. It saved me. Costco. For the chicken and food court alone it is worth it. TSA PreCheck. My University Makerspace. 3D printing. 3D scanners. Laser cutting. Sewing machines. Cricut machines. Vacuum molding. You name it. It doesn't have to be for uni-related work. And it's completely free. 95% of the time. The materials are supplied for you. If you want to use your own material, you can. For example, they only supply 3mm plywood for the laser cutter. If you want 5mm, you need to source it yourself. Public library card.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.